state of affairs.
I avoid it at all costs.
Okay, well, we're trying to get people not to avoid it, and they have, ODOT, the Department of Transportation, has done an assessment, and it's like very bad. It's just like very bad.
Yeah.
They rate scales kind of like taking a test on a scale of 1 to 100. The viaduct rates a 29. Okay, for a number of reasons. Concrete falls, and there is a bad visual aspect to it in that you come up over the hill and there's a lot going on as you come up. You can't cross at 2nd Street, those kinds of things. So what they're going to do is to extend it so that it will go where it begins now. And the project then will terminate on 12th Street. The part that adds a whole different crux to it is that the height of the bridge, by law now, since the trains run under it, it has to be raised. Pardon me. See, she knows me way too well. The level of the bridge will be 22 feet higher than what it is
Wow.
now.
Oh, wow.
It's tall now, isn't it? I mean, how tall is it now?
It is pretty tall.
Yeah, but it's not
Another
gonna be
20
like this. It's gonna
No,
be
no,
like
no,
this.
I'm sorry.
Raise it
It's
to
22
22
feet.
feet.
It's
Will be
raised
20
up
feet.
to
Yeah.
22 feet.
Yeah.
I apologize.
So that would be actually lower. I mean, I don't know if it's
No.
lower than it is now. You're right.
No, it's going up substantially higher. That will bring right now the bridge itself ends about 5th Street. The bridge will continue all this way. The height of the part of it that is, I'll say, suspended would probably come to about 7th.
Okay.
But additional dirt will be brought up so that it will be full from 7th to 12th. So the bridge throughway, if you will, Noble will go.
They're building it up.
Thank you.
They're
So does
building
it
up.
start here? and
Yes.
End up here?
That's correct.
So the
So these people can't use.
Right. Take a look at this as two separate maps. This top part here with a slightly narrower color is just the full site. The larger one to the bottom is showing you what roads will be closed. You notice at 4th, 6th, and 7th there are red X's. You would not be able to get off from Noble.
Oh, they'll have exits. On 5th?
Yes, the exit will be on 5th and 8th Street.
Now,
Okay.
okay, so where is it gonna start being 4-lane?
Right here.
So just the yellow part? Is it just the yellow part? Probably.
Yeah, I think
Probably.
so.
Okay.
It looks the same width all the way.
Well, I
Yeah.
know, that's why I was kinda confused.
What does the yellow,
Oh, no, I
what does
think
the
it goes
yellow
farther
mean?
down.
What does the yellow indicate?
That would be the actual bridge part
Okay.
of it. The green part would be where more dirt is brought.
Where it's
Uh-huh.
elevated.
Where it's elevated, but not.
But on solid
not-
ground, not
Right,
with pillars.
thank you.
Yeah, not with pillars.
Right.
Okay, so this will be open underneath all this? area.
Yes.
Okay. And 5th Street will cross underneath it?
That's my understanding. It's gonna cross underneath it. That's
Correct.
That's what, in old plans, I think I saw it
Right,
that way.
that is correct.
So you don't get on and
Or so
off that
not
bridge
exits.
at 5th?
So you can,
Can't exit the bridge on 5th.
well, it shows
Just have to go
a
down.
green,
No,
I'm not
that's going,
sure.
that's going underneath.
Okay.
I think that you can. I think
I thought
what
they were making a
I think they
loop-de-loop.
were doing a thing coming down. I've not seen the final plans. I don't think they've
Oh, yeah.
completely drawn the full final.
Oh, you know what I'm thinking of? 2nd Street is the one I'm thinking of.
That is correct.
That is gonna do that.
That is correct. They're basically doing a
That's right.
cul-de-sac on that one.
Right, go up and around, that's right.
I'm sorry.
I was just gonna say, because weren't they going to close it off?
Yes,
to where you can't
Second
come
Street.
down, yeah.
Right, that's correct.
That's what I
There was no
understood.
X there, so I didn't know.
Unless
Yes.
they changed.
So will the bowling alley and the bike shop be gone,
Yeah.
or what?
Yeah.
No,
The bowling alley, just part of their parking and stuff,
But the
right?
bike
Right.
shop's gonna be
The
gone.
box shop, yeah.
yes,
And all
Yes,
the
yes.
property, all the property down to 12th Street on both sides, or just?
okay, take a look, where the yellow dotted line is,
Oh
okay?
my gosh.
Let's start
I see.
on Noble.
Okay.
And as you go north, the half a block, look at the area where the alley is between Noble and Warner. So the area down the alley, cut a line all the way down from the railroad to an area between 9th and 10th,
Okay,
okay?
yeah.
And then south of Noble, from the railroad all the way to an area between 10th and 11th. And in that case, it would be the full
Yeah.
block.
So.
So they're taking all of those uses out of there. huh?
That is correct.
Well, yeah, half of 11th. I say half of 11th, but not even
Right.
quite that. So the greenhouse will stay, the green white house will stay, but and the one right before it will stay. Then everything else is going to go all the way down. But over here, it's interesting. See, what I find real interesting is I find it odd. Why would they? Why see where this yellow line is? Why are they?
That's
like,
an error. I already asked him. I
Thank you
said,
very
why
much.
are you doing that? And he looked and it was, that's an error. That should
okay,
should
thank
be a dotted yellow
Okay, good,
line
good.
all
'Cause
the
I'm
way
thinking
from the
that makes
railroad
no
to
sense.
an area between
Okay.
9th and 10th.
All right. So,
Okay.
so pretty much everything on both sides,
Yes,
at least to about half a 10th or half 11th, depending upon where you are. Okay.
correct.
Okay.
And they're just buying up all of that?
ODOT is, yes. This is a Department of Transportation
Wow.
project, and we're,
But they're leaving the car wash. So the car wash
Yes.
stays, it
Yeah.
looks like.
yes, car
Yeah,
wash
car
days.
washes days. And isn't part of the thinking behind, besides the fact that the bridge was built in 1936 and it's just seen better days, part of the problem though is this whole area is in a massive floodplain.
Correct.
And as you all know, I mean, I just experienced it for the first time last year, it floods. I mean, that road's underwater all the way to 11th Street.
Yes, it is.
So if you're gonna.
Trust me, I know that.
Yeah, so if you're gonna build a new bridge, you might as well make it out of that floodplain starting
Correct.
at 11.
Oh,
So that would
it's not
eliminate
like that.
Guthrie being cut in half. For floods.
Yeah, it won't be cut in half anymore.
Well, what do you
Unless
mean
it's
by
floods
that?
enough to cut the,
Because
go
when
over
it
division.
floods,
Oh, you mean-
we can't get across on College or on
No,
Noble.
I do understand what you mean. From that sense, we're still cut in half in the sense though that the highway cuts you in half. That's what I was thinking.
Which highway?
Which highway?
We got 3 of them.
33. And the bridge will even enhance that more because you're gonna have less access points on it.
33 cuts it at half, how, in what way?
There's a cycle, I see what she's saying, there's a psychological, again, it goes back to bipedal locomotion. As you're walking, there's a hesitation to walk across a major
Street.
break.
Oh.
Right.
Okay.
Right. And as a walker, I'm really
Yes.
very aware of that.
Well, that's when you run.
Okay. Now, you guys,
Really
one of the things I'm really proud of on this, there will be 7-foot wide
Oh, what?
sidewalks.
That's
Good.
changed. It was gonna be 5, now it's 7? How did you do that? Did you bribe these guys? Did you make them brownies
Will
or
it be,
something?
will it be a fence or a barrier?
Went to Colorado, didn't it? Yes,
On
and
both.
that was the other thing, was that if there's going to be a sidewalk,
Uh-huh.
and little Johnny or little
Right.
Sally is riding their bike
Mhm.
to go to Cottonwood Flats to play ball,
Mhm.
there has to be a barrier between the sidewalk and cars
Right.
Are
going
you
over
doing
it.
7 foot on both sides or just one side? I thought the last thing I
I
heard
think
was
the
only gonna be
last
one
thing
side.
is one.
One side.
Yeah.
Right, one side. So, and that's.
That'd be full length of it.
So you know it'd be really cool, but they won't do that. What'd be really cool is like in the old days, when they built 66 Route 66, places where they had schools right next to the highway, they built these
Cat-
really cool tunnels.
Or catwalks.
Oh,
Well,
yeah.
in this case, it was tunnels. In the 20s and 30s, they built tunnels underneath.
Mhm.
So you had this big highway and they had this tunnel, so kids
Mhm.
going to school
Mhm.
didn't have the hassle. Here, they're just gonna, once again, I'm gonna push for crosswalks, so.
Will the sidewalks cross the river or no?
Mhm.
It should go the whole thing of the bridge.
Yes, it goes on the bridge.
So that's good. Well, that's good,
Pretty
because that was,
cool, huh?
that's 2
Well,
more
that
feet.
provides you your access from, you don't need the sidewalks, although it won't be pretty.
Well, it
But you
helps
still
you.
have
It's gonna,
access
it's
to
gonna help you.
downtown
I'm
side.
curious which
Yeah.
side they're gonna put the 7-foot on. And it's only gonna be on the bridge, it won't be the whole length.
Be nice if it's on the right
No,
side.
she said it'd be the whole length of
It
it.
should be the point.
I mean, this is the whole
South side.
length of the bridge.
Well, this
Okay,
is
hold on,
elevated,
hold on,
and
hold
then
on.
this
But
is,
it's considered the bridge.
the whole thing is considered the bridge.
Yeah, I think
So this is gonna be
Yes.
the whole 7 foot of the bridge? That'd be wonderful.
I'm gonna go ahead on one and say yes.
Okay.
Let me confirm, but it should be because that's.
Well,
that's
why
what you
would it
think.
stop? Why would
Yeah.
it stop halfway? I mean, what are they gonna do then? You're still up on the roadway.
Yeah.
You can't just, oops.
Well, then yeah.
Well, see, I'm thinking
I know,
on
I know
like
you're thinking
this.
that, Van, but trust me though, Dot, it could be
Yeah.
that way. It could be.
Well, see, I'm looking at these places where it goes down, would it,
Mhm.
It could be. I mean, you just don't.
yeah,
Because right now, you have sidewalks on the bridge, and they just dump.
yeah.
There's
they just-
nothing there.
They just dump onto Fifth.
Yeah, they just dump on the 5th. So you could have that.
Well, that's where the bridge stops, though, in that case.
True, but my.
I mean, the city,
I
the
agree
sidewalk
with you.
picking up and going on from
But
there.
they're not gonna, are they
there's
gonna
sidewalk
actually
there.
have, like, is this gonna be like have a barrier? No, it's not gonna have a barrier. It's not gonna actually have barriers. I'm not talking about the pedestrian part you're talking about. This isn't, you're not gonna really have a feeling that this is a bridge until you get to the yellow part, right?
That's
When it-
correct.
Right, see, it's just gonna be elevated, but you're not gonna really have a sense of it, because it's gonna be elevated, but it's not like a drop off, because it's all gonna be kind of built up. It's
Right.
not gonna, you're not
Think-
gonna have a
think
sense
big.
of being a bridge
Until the
until
yellow.
you get to the yellow part.
Yeah.
So I bet you it's only through now the yellow part, I bet you it is that way. I
Mhm.
bet you it's not all the way down to the end of the
Mhm.
green. Which is okay,
Not
that's great,
Yeah,
that's great. And you think maybe it's on the park side,
I believe it's on the park side.
okay.
They haven't,
And they
not
don't-
everything, I mean, because I'm want to have lights on the bridge as well, and I haven't seen the drawings for that, but they keep
Lights on the
assuring.
bridge?
Right now,
Oh, you mean,
there's a
you mean,
gooseneck
yeah,
that
excuse me.
comes
I thought you
over.
meant, I thought you meant stoplight, that's all.
No, 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 no.
What?
No,
Lighting.
think.
Okay, cool.
Think period style
Yeah,
downtown lights.
Cool. See, and that, because so much of that will include Cottonwood Creek area, and the park, that just enhances that area even more.
Mhm. Again, makes it look nice.
Yeah, well, and, yeah,
And
promotes,
especially with
yeah.
some of those areas that are in need of a lot of help.
Well, yes, living on Noble, sometimes, and I'm walking this very frequently,
Mm-hmm.
it will be nice to kind of clean up certain areas along there.
Yeah.
So,
Well, this is the information that they presented Thursday,
yeah.
so I was happy to see that. Trying to make sure I've got all those. Yeah.
So I do have one more question. We're not quite sure where it's going to turn into 4-lane. But you're
It
thinking
should
it's
be
probably
right
just
in
the yellow,
here.
just the yellow, right?
See, the width to me looks the same,
Yeah, that's what you were
right,
saying.
right
too.
here, and I can't see it doing that. I'm thinking it's more up in there.
Well, what you're thinking is maybe it's just right